Washington and Cambridge out. It will be Alonzo Gaffney and the freshman from Gilbert, Duke Brennan, into the game. Bobby Hurley calling him a hard hat, lunch pail kind of guy who will battle for rebounds, something ASU has done pretty well in this game so far. Frankie Collins on the far right side. He'll drive in, kick it to DJ Horn in the corner for three. His shot off the mark. Gaffney tried to get the rebound, but they are going to call an over the back, and it will go to Tarleton State.
Another three ball. Doesn't fall for Arizona State.
Still looking for that first field goal to fall from the field for ASU. Tarleton State's gotten a couple to go at this point, shooting just over 37% as Ja'Cory Smith will dribble on Gaffney. Driving in, Ja'Cory Smith. Crowd calling for a travel. He couldn't find McDavid inside, and Frankie Collins will lead the break. Collins drives in. His layup is good. A little bit of jelly on it, and it's 6-5 Tarleton State. Shakur Daniel has it the other way. Guarded by Frankie Collins, the Michigan man. Shamir Bogues driving in. A little bit of lack defense, but it doesn't matter as Cambridge gets the rebound, gets it to Frankie Collins, who lost the ball momentarily. Cambridge Jr. for three, the top of the key, no good. Rebounded by Duke Brennan, and he's got the bucket. His first collegiate points come on an offensive rebound. Back in the lead is Arizona State, 13:52 to go. It's 7-6. Shakur Daniel with the ball on the far left side. Gets a screen from McDavid. Daniel driving in, free throw line J is good, and Tarleton State will reclaim a 1-point lead. Frankie Collins gets it to Alonzo Gaffney, dribbling on the near side. Gets it to DJ Horn. Doing a little maneuvering back to Frankie Collins. Collins will take a three-pointer. It's no good, and it's rebounded by Ja'Cory Smith. Still looking for that first three-pointer to fall as Shakur Daniel takes it the other way for Tarleton State. And a reach-in foul is going to be called on Desmond Cambridge Jr., the Nevada man.
You know, Brandon, what I really liked there, what gave Arizona State the lead is they sped the tempo up. They really took the pace and kind of controlled. They've been a little back to start, but the two times they kind of picked up that pace, that's what they picked the lead against Texas. They got the Texans kind of running and back on their heels, and I think that's what they're going to have to do here to keep the lead.
It'll be Austin Nunez into the game now for ASU. And a new face in for Tarleton State will be Corian Russian. As Shakur Daniel has it, getting a screen from the aforementioned Russian. And a foul will go on the floor against Arizona State, much to the displeasement of Bobby Hurley. It'll go on Gaffney, his first. And it is the third foul here on Arizona State in the opening half. With 13:01 to play, it's Tarleton State 8 and Arizona State 7. It will be inbounded from underneath the basket. It will be Shakur Daniel to take it out, alongside McDavid, Bogues, Williams, and Russian for Tarleton State. Getting it to Corian Russian on the far left side. Over to Bogues. Bogues tries to make a hesitation move around Cambridge. Bogues over to Lou Williams at the top of the key, driving in on Nunez, the freshman, and a foul called on the drive, and it will be the fourth foul, and it'll be on Austin Nunez, the freshman, fresh into the game for ASU.
Well, that's not quite how you want to start fresh in the game with a foul, but shake that one off and just keep going.
Not allowing anything easy inside as Daniel gets the ball to the top of the key to McDavid. McDavid over to Bogues, back to McDavid, driving in on Duke Brennan. Brennan hits the floor on that move, but the shot is no good. Rebounded by Desmond Cambridge. And it will be Austin Nunez corralling the troops as Frankie Collins heads to the bench for a moment. It will be Nunez at the top of the key, over to DJ Horn on the far right side. Horn gets it to Desmond Cambridge, who gets it back to Nunez, trying not to lose his footing. Gets a screen from Duke Brennan, who was open for a moment. Now Gaffney driving on the baseline. He has fouled, a reach-in foul on the drive. It will be the seventh foul on Tarleton State, and ASU will be in the bonus. It's Kabori Dunn working up to the neutral zone, laying it back for DiStefani, who will dangle across that beautiful ASU pitchfork and coyote split logo there at center ice. And Ryan Alexander getting his stick on it, and it's whapped out of the line by ASU. And they'll get some rest on this power play. 1:03 left on Tim Lovell's high-sticking minor as Grando chasing Dunn. Grando with a nice dispossession. He's got a chance here. Grando knocked off the puck by Gagnon. And now Dunn wrapping it back around. It's back to Yakimchuk. Yakimchuk to Willis. Willis working up the left side, streaking, waiting. There is Finnegan wrapping it around to Yakimchuk. Yakimchuk with it on the near right side at the point. Getting it down low to Willis. Willis working. Back to Yakimchuk. Over to Gagnon. Back across to Price. Price working. Price will get it back on the near left side. Shot in front. Tried to get it to Willis, but it doesn't connect. And ASU able to clear it out with 9:15 to go. Just 17 seconds remain on the minor penalty to Tim Lovell. And this will most likely be the last chance for Lindenwood to tie it on the power play. It'll be Finnegan. Finnegan working up the left side into the zone. He's knocked off the puck and knocked to the ice as Price gets it back, and Yakimchuk will circle back. They are going to be content to let this game get back to full strength as that one's dumped in as Judson will chase. Judson dispossessed by Price. Price working, and now Judson will take it the other way. If he hurries, he's got a 2-on-1, but Ryan O'Reilly, content to dump it and chase and get a line change. That one's stolen. Chance for Dylan Jackson. His shot just wide of Salmon Kangas. As now here's Jack Jensen. Jensen, a weird bounce off the boards. Lagerbach sent it wide. Kept in by Jensen. Jensen trying to get it back. Look at the speed from Ethan Schmaggy to keep it in. Lagerbach laying a hit to Prouty on the near side boards as he's trying to chase for it to get that first goal as it was given to Josh Doan. Now Ryan Alexander cutting in, surveys. He's knocked off the puck, but Schmaggy's there to recollect it for ASU. Working far right side. Wrapping around the cage now is Schmaggy. Back to Kumanzis. Alexander with a chance. His shot tipped wide. Schmaggy. And he's lost the puck out of the zone. It's Augie. Augie dumping it in and behind the cage. Augie will get his own dump as now it's Dylan Jackson to take it the other way for ASU. Chris Grando working up center ice. Knocked away by Yakimchuk, the head man of this Lindenwood defensive core as it's knocked out of the zone with 7.5 to go. 4-3 ASU, 35-23 shots in favor of the Sun Devils as it will be Lovell working it back in. He pops the tire and Grando will try and recollect it for him. Grando working along the boards with Josh Doan. Win it back out to Lovell. Tried to get it out in front to Grando, but to no avail. And now it'll be a nice keep in momentarily for Master Simone, but going the other way now is Lavelle. Lavelle lost it, and now ASU trying to come the other way. Master Simone with Doan and Grando. Master Simone dangles. His shot tipped behind the net, and it's behind the net for Tim Lovell. Lovell working it back up to the point. It's Ty Murchison. Murchison slapper just wide as Tim Lovell recollects out of the zone, and now Lovell will work it back in as Lindenwood makes another poor change as a shot by Master Simone is knocked away by Salmon Kangas, and now here comes Finnegan up. He had the puck momentarily, but Master Simone takes it. He ran into Josh Doan and loses the puck as it's dumped back down behind the cage. And Lindenwood will try and set things up here as they've got less than 6.5 to go. Finnegan working up center ice. He's dispossessed. Lagerbach's got it. Lagerbach, a nice dangle around. A near side shot on Salmon Kangas is paddled away. And Judson keeping it in for a moment. And now it will be Gagnon up to Finnegan the other way. Finnegan for Gagnon. Gagnon shot knocked away by Jacob Simic, who laid down for the block. And now a chance here for Ryan O'Reilly. Ryan O'Reilly shot knocked wide by Salmon Kangas. And we're still 4-3. Kumanzis working into the zone, and it's going to be an offsides as Jack Judson was slow to get up, and Kumanzis didn't see it across the ice.
So 4-3 here, just under 6 minutes to go. A little final stretch here, but ASU doing a nice job to get off that power play there and then continue to work back into their offensive ways and putting pressure on Lindenwood. But you just got to, we've said it throughout the broadcast that Salmon Kangas has been doing a phenomenal job, as has TJ Semptimphelter, but I don't think Semptimphelter has felt as much heat as Salmon Kangas has been feeling tonight.
Salmon Kangas, 33 saves on 37 shots. Likewise, 21 saves on 24 shots for Semptimphelter. Ryan O'Reilly providing much of the most recent action for ASU. Not the only Ryan O'Reilly in the news is his NHL counterpart, of the same name, was recently traded as the captain of the St. Louis Blues to the Maple Leafs this past week at the deadline. And Ryan O'Reilly here in Arizona is trying to live up to his hype in the NHL now with a flurry of shots recently here in the third. 5:51 to go in period number 3. The cleaning crew is getting off the ice now, as it'll be Ryan Alexander and the Jackson brothers. They're going to take Sillinger off that line after he took the nasty hit by Hunter Johannes, the guilty party of the game misconduct in the first. As Ryan Alexander taking the draw against Drew Kuzma, the 6'6" forward for the Lions. And the faceoff won by Kuzma. Back to Prouty. Prouty working it back to his defensive counterpart, Anderson. Those two play a little catch in their defensive zone. And Kuzma shuffling it into the ASU attacking zone before it's dumped back in by ASU and possessed by Anderson, who looks to quarterback this offense, but a bad pass on the boards is intercepted by Ty Jackson, getting it to Kumansis, getting it over to Schmaggy. His shot blocked in front on the near side of Salmon Kangas. It's Dylan Jackson working it to Ty. Ty Jackson back up to Schmaggy, over to Kumansis at the point, the left point. Kumansis shot just wide. Didn't see it with Salmon Kangas, and Schmaggy keeping it in. A high bouncing puck through the legs of Kuzma. Ty Jackson back to Dylan. They tried to get a little too cute. Kumansis shot knocked down in front by the helmet area of Joe Prouty, and he is slow to get up as he's still down. That was a hard slap shot to take, is now in front. That one's redirected wide. Taken down is Prouty by Ty Jackson, and it will be a trip